See?
Oh
It's
my
Friday.
God. How is everybody doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is your very own Rashida Omolade Sule, and I am just so excited today. Like, it's crazy. I'd like to welcome my amazing guest, my amazing friend, Ayos.
What's up, everyone? Happy Friday. Happy
It's
Friday.
Friday. Yes, it's Friday.
It's Friday, girl. We need to get it. Get it.
And an amazing time to be here. I just want to say thank you, because what country are you in?
I'm right now in my home country, Bulgaria. I was in Mexico a couple of weeks ago.
I know, and you're using South Africa. That's why I had to clarify that.
Exactly.
That's why I had to clarify that. So I would like to say thank you, Facebook friends, Facebook family. Thank you, Aya, for accepting to do this. Well, you guys know your very own Rashida Omolade Sule. I'm here again. I know you guys haven't seen me for a while, and I'm like, I know when they saw the post, they must have been like,
Girl,
okay.
where you been?
Okay, like she's not gonna tell us where she's been. She's just gonna put herself there. Yes, that's what I did. That's what I did. I know I haven't been here for a while, and it's been an amazing journey. The ups and downs, but it's been amazing. Everything works together for our good. And one thing I'm extremely excited about is that I can add to my list of titles, that I am a Proctor Gallagher Institute consultant. OMG.
That too?
Oh,
Tick.
OMG. Like, yeah, that too, I know you're not talking. I could go on and on with your list of. So I'm a consultant, guys, and I'm really, really excited about this walk that I'm walking right now because it's been such a blessing to me in such a short amount of time. And it's been a blessing to a lot of people that I've been talking to as well. Only for me to find out that it's also been a blessing. It's also been a blessing to my amazing friend here. So before I bring her on, I would love to introduce who she is. She wears a lot of hats. Yes, she has a lot of title. Yes, 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 yes. And I'm gonna read every last one of them. I'm gonna try to get through this. Hang in there with me, guys. I'm gonna try to get
Girl,
through this.
you're not the only one with the long list there.
I see. OMG. Let me see. Okay, let me try to get through this. So she's a world traveler. Oh my God. Yeah, that's why we like each other so much. Let me see this. Yes. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get this together. You know how you get yourself together and then technical difficulties.
And it's Friday. Normally things like that happen on Friday.
Especially in Facebook Lives. So Aya's a world traveler. She's a serial entrepreneur. She's a marketing agency owner, a business strategist, and she's a healer. So what she does during the week, I'm going to allow her to, explain all of that to you. But one thing she'll be doing today is sharing her story on how she scaled her business and turned her annual income. Okay, I need y'all to hear this. She turned her annual income into a monthly income in the midst of a pandemic. Okay,
Yeah.
Did y'all get that? Okay, her annual income, what she makes in a year. Remember the title now. Remember the title. She's a serial entrepreneur, a marketing agency owner, a business strategist, and a healer. And what she did is take all of that, the money that she makes in a year, and she made it into a monthly income during this pandemic times.
Mm.
And everybody wants to know, who is she? Well, thanks for asking. She's right here. Hi.
Hi, Rashida. Thank you so much for having me here. Where
You're
you missed
welcome.
one thing in that list that I'm also a very dear friend of yours.
Mm.
There is a lot happening between me and you. There's a lot of love, a great connection that we have. And it was so funny because a couple of weeks ago I was watching a live of you and I was like, where was Rashida? Because girl, I love watching you live. I mean, if there's something I love watching is you live.
Yeah.
And I saw that you embarked on this new journey working with Bob Proctor, who is
Yeah.
your mentor right now. And I was like, oh my God, I need to connect with Rashida because I just thought, okay, you are in the right hands. And this is how the conversation started. Remember, last Friday we were just chatting and then we were
Yeah.
like, we should do this because I just shared with you. You knew my story, bits and pieces of it, but you didn't know that Thinking into Results was a major part of it. Thinking into Results is that program that you've done, that Bob is doing, and it is phenomenal. And we were sharing how this transformation last year in the middle of pandemic just changed everything for me, but there has been many other changes besides the income part. Yesterday I had another interview for the seminar for wealthy women, and we
Wow.
were speaking about wealth. What is wealth?
Right.
For me, all these things you shared, being a serial entrepreneur, traveling the world, fulfilling your dreams. And by the way, I have fulfilled a lot of major dreams based on the principles that Bob, your mentor, is sharing with everyone.
Yes, phenomenal.
Absolutely. But what for me was the biggest thing in the last few years in terms of wealth was finding that goddess in me. Wealth is inside, it's not outside. So when you feel rich inside, when you have that self image, if you are that woman and a male as well, who deep inside of their core, they know their value, they appreciate themselves, they truly love themselves. For me, this is the biggest win in the last 2 years. I went through phenomenal healing journey, phenomenal like quantum leap. And part of it was coming back home. I shared the story yesterday of this photo of this girl that says coming back home, and her chest was opening and she was coming back home.
Oh man.
So
Coming back home. So did you take
absolutely.
I don't know what's going on with the sound. Did you hear that?
There's a
Oh
little bit of an echo. Sometimes
yeah.
this happens with our favorite StreamYard.
Ooh, okay. I should have known that. Okay. So when you say that you were finding yourself,
Mhm.
was it the TIR? And when we say TIR, it's thinking into results. I really don't want to. It's not the program that I celebrate, but I do celebrate the program and everything as a whole because
Absolutely. The
that man
principles.
is deep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Bob Proctor is now my current coach, and he really teaches that it's not about courses or program. It's really everything as a whole and what you put into it yourself. So was it last year that you took TIR?
No, I took TIR, funny enough, about 3 years ago. Well, I was still in South Africa, and it's so funny because at that time when I was in South Africa, I was already living my best life. I was working for National Geographic. I had my dream job. I was making very good money. I was living in this phenomenal apartment right next to the ocean. I was partying. It was fantastic. And when I say partying, like fabulous vacations. I was traveling the world, and I had a relationship which ideally looked perfect, but it wasn't. It looked like that, but it wasn't. And everyone was like, "Wow, I want to have this," and I was like, "I'm not wishing this on you." And then one morning I woke up. It was 4 a.m. in the morning, and I felt for the first time anxious. I didn't know what anxious. I even asked people, "What is this feeling anxious? How do you feel?" Because I'm always very much on a high vibration all the time. And I felt this feeling, and I was like, okay, is this really who I'm gonna be? Is this all? I am 20 something and I have achieved everything. And by the way, I have started manifesting Nat Geo since I was 8 years old. I watched it with my dad and I was like, that's it. I just want to be in the wildlife with lions running around, and that's what I want to do. And it happened. Using the laws, by the way, make a decision, make a firm decision. That was my firm decision. See yourself doing it. I was just fantasizing all the time doing it.
And this is when you were doing the TIR.
No. That was when I was a child. I'm talking to you that the principles that thinking into results is teaching you, we use them sometimes not even consciously.
Exactly.
Back then, that morning, when I had this moment of, okay, this is it. I don't want to do this anymore. I want something else. And I decided to quit my job. Everyone thought I'm crazy. Everyone thought I'm like, how can you quit this thing that you have been following all your life? I decided to quit my job. And I decided I'm going to start my business. And this is when I started my first marketing agency. And then I met with this person, this client of mine. He already had another business. He was running another business. And he told me, hey, by the way, I want you to do the same marketing stuff, but for this new thing that I'm doing. So what are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm doing this thing with Bob Proctor. He's my mentor now. And I'm like, get out of here. It's not possible. You're lying. You're lying. That's not possible. Bob. My Bob? No. No, Bob, when I was 16 watching The Secret, hell no. No, not you. And he was like, yeah, so this is what's happening, and this is what's happening, and this is the program. And I was like, oh, that's very interesting. Right. Well, okay, remember the days BC before Corona, where we could fill up seminar rooms and hotels, and he was like, I just want to run the seminar. Can you help me get 100 people? And I'm like, let's do this. So when I started working on that campaign, we thought it's going to be very good if I start doing the material, because there's a lot of interesting words that we can use and use it as marketing material, and the copywriting part. You know that I love copywriting, and I thought it's going to be a fantastic idea to do the program with him. And he was like, hey, do you want to be my first client, like a practice client that I do in the very beginning, so I can practice for after that, right? And he was still in the middle of his coaching training. I'm like, sure, I'll be the guinea pig. No worries. I'm gonna binge watch everything, which we don't advise you to do. And I just went through thinking into results like on steroids in 1 month. And that was the time when so many things started to change in my life. My agency, from literally a small agency with a few clients, I started having so many clients. I felt so confident. I will walk into a business, like I will just walk on the street and I'll be like, I'm going to close them. And I'll get inside and I will close them. Just like that. It's super easy. And you know that for me, that is very, it comes naturally now. And
things explain. Close them
as turn them into clients.
I mean, I know because I do sales.
Right.
People that don't know.
So convert businesses into your clients. But, you know, in life, life likes to test you. So when you make a decision and you don't have a plan B, and I didn't have a plan B, I was like, this has to work, because everyone watched me walking out of that company. And I was like, I'm going to make it and you will see bitches. And then I was like, I need to make this work. And I broke up with my partner. And on top of all, I got into hospital and I was very sick. And I almost died. No joke. Like I almost died in the hospital. And it was clear to me that this is a sign. All these difficulties that are happening is just to test, am I really serious? Because one of the reasons why people just don't get where they want to get is because they don't want it bad enough. They quit. But I did want it. And I remember I got out of the hospital and I was forbidden to even walk. And I was like, I don't care. And I went out, and that very same day, I closed 5 more businesses. At that point, I was working with hair salons, very high-end hair salons, very high-end spas.
Where did you get that?
Excuse me?
You said you closed 5 more clients.
Yeah.
The doctor just told you not to
Yeah, the doctor was, you're not supposed to go out. I took my little iPad with my presentation and I went out on the street in Cape Town. It's a very famous street. It's called Sea Point. There's a lot of businesses there, a lot of high-end spas and all these beauty salons. That was my niche back in the days, in the beginning, 4 years ago when I started. I didn't listen to what the doctor is telling me because what was saying here inside of me, it was a really burning desire, like
That's
Napoleon
what I
was
want.
saying. It was a burning desire. I was like, I'm gonna go. I don't care. I'm gonna go. And again, just knocking on the door, going in, showing my presentation. And at that time, I was really listening to Bob's videos because I had them as audios as well. I was reading, I was listening, I was tapping into something back then which was very powerful. Now, that was 3 years ago. I redid the program after that on my own because I already had all the material. I kept on watching everything almost every day. No joke. Last year, when me and my business partner started our third company, I said, guys, so there's a program that we need to do all of us together, and there's no plan B. We're doing it, and that's what we did. Everyone was studying, everyone was learning, everyone was watching, everyone was doing their homework, and this is where, honestly, things exploded last year. It was so busy, and for having an agency, it's a tough thing. Okay, you really need to have the strength to run something like that. But we were so busy in the middle of pandemic that we had to stop working in October and stop taking clients because we couldn't. We hired 10 more people and yet we could not sustain the volume that was coming. And it was phenomenal. And that was the same year we launched the coaching business, where me and you started communicating. You were part of our program and all that. That was when we launched the coaching program. And you remember I was talking, I was like, Rashida, I don't know what's happening. We filled in 2 groups in 3 weeks, just like that. Boom. And people were in. And I was like, wow, we just said that we are coaches. And it worked because normally everyone is like, I need to get perfect. I should wait a little bit more. I need to have the
So you're
excuses.
saying that because you all went through the TIR, everybody was in alignment.
I think that the program truly helped everyone in the team because we were on the same page. And Bob says something very important in the training, especially for teams. If someone from that team is not on the same page, they don't want the same things, they doubt themselves, they don't have faith, nothing will work. There's the story, the 333 story, where Bob shares the story how they made, I think, 3 million in 3 days.
Yeah.
And it's a true story. And they were not allowed to be negative. When someone says this cannot happen,
That's it.
they were playing a game. They were like, next thought, next thought. What is possible? What is possible? Why focus on what is not? There's a 50-50. It's possible and it's not possible. What are you going to focus on? It's your choice. And here's the thing. We should stop, like, all this material is fantastic and what they teach is fantastic, but the core of it is you, your power. You, no one else, no majestic power outside of you. The power is in.
Yeah. Thank you for saying that, because I was getting to say, even me as a coach, because I came in, I've been a coach now for about 10 years, started as a marriage coach, relationship coach. And then when I saw the need, they come into the program not knowing what to do. They come out of the program transformed. They're excited. They want to rule the world. 6 to 8 weeks out of the program. It just, I was sad because me as a coach, my joy is to see that everyone that comes through my program or everyone that I coach, I just want to see, that's the only thing that makes me happy.
Right. Of course. Yeah.
And when I now got a lot of people saying, "Oh, Rashida, they would like to learn about online coaching and how they can, do businesses online." Then got into business coaching. Same thing. They come in not knowing, they go out transformed, excited. 6 to 8 weeks later,
Yeah. Yeah.
what
Yeah. Yeah.
is going on? And that's why I was so excited and check this out, when you said the core, when I now started asking the core, I was
Mm-hmm.
like, what? Okay, what's going on? Because to me, it's not all about the money. It's more about, what are these people taking it in? What are they learning that they can also use to double, triple, quadruple their own success and be a blessing to others?
Right.
And it was just really hard for me. But
Mm-hmm.
when I started asking, like, okay, God, what's next?
Mm-hmm.
What's going on here? What's next? Is when I was just switching through YouTube and came across Bob Proctor. And to tell you the truth, before, when I see him, I know he's doing my manifestation. I know he's the, I don't, because I
Yeah.
know that stuff. Like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
I
I know
know
this. I
that stuff.
know this. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, Grandpa, what you teaching? What you saying? Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
But a lot of us really say we know that stuff
But
until
we don't.
you don't.
Yeah.
You, you don't know that. You don't even know. You probably know 10% of it.
You don't
10.
know even what you don't know, which is even.
You don't know.
Yeah.
It didn't take me, I tell you, after I finished listening to his YouTube and I finished the whole 5 day that
Training.
we had, when my success advisor asked me, Rashida, I said, it wasn't even, it wasn't, where I sign up?
Yeah.
Where do I need to sign up? Because
Yeah.
this is everything. This is your relationship. This helps with your business. This helps with your life. It helps with everything. And that's why I wanted to talk to you about it helping you with everything. God.
Remember last time we spoke, we had this very similar conversation. We were talking about relationships, and also we were going deeper into our friendship and more intimate things that we were sharing.
Mhm.
And we were like, exactly that. So, this is the main problem in the world.
Yeah.
People make a decision, they will change. Wonderful. Bravo. Then some of them don't move on. Like, these are like, oh, okay, gone. Some decided to move. Okay, cool. Now I'm gonna be a better person. I'm gonna start doing this and this to make me better. Whether if it's business, whether if it's relationships, families, or yourself. If
Mhm.
we look at these three planes, whatever it is, health. Okay, I'm gonna change now, and I'm changing, and I'm pushing, and I'm pushing, and I'm done with the program, and then nothing. And only 1% actually pushes even further.
Mhm.
And here's the thing, I was telling my ex that the way you are in this relationship with me, you are the same in business, the way you treat your clients, you are the same towards your family, the way you treat them, and you're the same with yourself. It is very similar. Everyone who's like, oh, business is different than this and personal life, and no, 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 no. It's the principles are very similar. The way you treat yourself, the way you see yourself, your self-image about
Yeah.
yourself reflects in every single. Bob says, if you're late, you're just late. This is your
You late.
excuse. They call it paradigms, which we can call program. You're programmed to work like that. Now, my iPhone, with this iOS that it has, runs in some way. By the way, here's my gold card here. Everyone with me.
Oh,
Practice what you preach. I always say, practice what you preach. Actually,
that
practice
is
what you
good.
pitch. Always with me. Always with me. Anyways, but your phone runs on a program and it cannot sustain some apps if you don't change the program that it runs on. Duh. So the same thing. You need to look so deep within when you get the same results and you get the same people in your life, because remember we said life is sending you different results. Life is sending you the same lessons in different people. Same lessons in different people. It's going to come again and again and again, because we never truly sustainably change inside. And if you're asking yourself why some people make it, and by make it, there's a lot of different, like success is not the same for everyone, right? And why others don't? Well, it's because some, they change deeply inside. They go to the deep core and they deal with the bullshit that's inside. Because that's the thing, you need to face yourself. Face yourself and make a decision that you will 10x in every single area of your life, and look what are those things inside that will make this change last forever. Because if you might change for 10 years and then the same old thing can come back. That's why learning is constant.
Yeah, it is. Let me ask you a question, Maya. So you were saying that you watched The Secret at the age of 16, right?
Yeah.
You were already using some of its principles, yeah?
Yeah.
And then you came across TIR, thinking to results. Okay. If you had never participated in that training or that program, do you think that your business would still be the same now? Or because you knew a little bit, you were already manifesting a little bit, but when TIR came, it skyrocketed.
Absolutely. Well, I think that I have it all, but this really put my success onto steroids, right? I was already very much of, like, I had all the success. I had a lot of things. I was very confident. I'm a very confident person. And everything was already there. It just 10x'd things. And here's the thing, thinking into results was a gateway to a lot, even deeper, going even deeper and deeper, which, by the way, even though right now I have taken many other mentorships and courses after that, which have been just adding even on other levels, right? But I go back every single day. I mean, this is right next to me every single day. And I fill it in. And I started, by the way, I go back to what I wrote down 3 years ago with a pencil. And now I started going back, filling in with a pen. And I was just like, wow. Okay, for some things, I'm still there. I'm not perfect. Like, I'm looking there and like, okay, this still hasn't really changed that much. So I know where I need to work. So I think that having this, because it's so well designed, step number 1, step number 2, step number 3, when you embark on a journey to grow, it can get very overwhelming and there's so much noise, but this gives you really the blueprint, gives you the shortcut, truthfully, the shortcut to do it. But again, a program will be nothing if you are not 100%. You're like, I'm just done with your shit, Ayo. I just want you to make it now. I have been in conversations like that with myself. I'm just like, I'm done with you now. You need to get your shit and go and do the work.
Yeah.
Boom.
Awesome.
Even last month, by the way, sorry to break your words, I redid Thinking into Results when I was in Mexico, and I redid it again. We were supposed to do it with my partner, but he never participated. And I was like, I'm going to do it alone, and I'm going to do it in 1 month again. And because I've done it, so I can do it a little bit faster. I told you, I share with you, 100% close rate of all calls, sales calls that I had, 100%, 100. It was phenomenal. Like in 10 days, every single sales call, and mind that I have 3-4 sales calls a day. Last month, we in the middle, we were like, okay, this is gonna be a good month, and then we were like, holy cow, our account even got blocked because they were like, what are you doing? Why there's so much money coming in? Why?
In
Same
your
thing this
company.
month.
In your company.
In my company, same thing this month. This month has been phenomenal. But not only that, I mean, it's not only about money, it's about how I feel, how I go through conflict, even now, how I go through stress, how I go through breakup. I'm going through a breakup, I'm writing a book, I'm doing my thing, I'm starting another business. It's not like me being like, oh my God. And this is helping me. This is helping me a lot.
When you say you're going through a breakup, right? One thing that I did learn from, well, I've learned too much, but one thing I can take out of there, I tell you, is that when you're working, when you apply yourself into thinking into results, whatever is not supposed to be around you will begin to shift out.
Oh, yeah.
So when you're saying that, because I want people to understand that when she's saying that she's coming out of a relationship, is literally because everything around her is shifting. And whatever does not belong there is going to shift out.
You're so right, because that's exactly what happened the first time I did it. Like literally like a snake skin, it went out, everything old went out. Same thing now. That's because when you do this training, you are on such a high frequency. Your energy is so high, you can't tolerate shit. You can't tolerate nothing. You just like, I need to get there and I want to get there. If you're not coming with me, that's okay. There was a very nice training, another one that I did a couple of days ago, and this lady was saying the ladder. We carry a ladder, and very often we need to go to the next step. And there's a person with us. And we put the ladder and we put the person on us because we love them, and we try to climb the ladder, but the person falls. Then we try to do it again, and then they fall. And then we try to do it again, and they fall. If the person does not want to climb the ladder with you, whether if it's partner, whether if it's your business partner, whether if it's a family member, you need to move on.
I think I heard that from Steve Harvey.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. You want your family to come with you. You want your friends to come with you. You want this relationship to work. You want this relationship to work. But if you're infinite, if the source sees that this is not, because we only see what we see physically. We don't see the spiritual part of people. And if the two spirits are not aligned, and you are on this TIR that has put you on 10X, there's no way that you can drag this person with you. It's not going to work. It's going to give you a headache. It's going to give you a heartache. It's going to give you so many things. So I want you to know that every time you go back to TIR and you take this and you go through it again, and your business is 10X, everything concerning you is moving to the next level. Whatever drops, let it go.
Absolutely. I agree with you. And there was one thing that I wanted to say in terms of, speaking about 10Xing and getting there, and like really, you really need to focus on one thing. You are not a victim. Okay, take the responsibility. And TIR is teaching you, you're responsible for everything. That's why I love it, because in life we're like, oh, karma, oh, my destiny, oh, and everything is outside of you, and you're just like miserable, and you're like, poor me. Well, no, it's time to put your big girl's panties and be like, it's me. Okay, everything I come across, it's me. If it's something that is not very positive, I wouldn't, I don't at this point, I don't call anything negative or positive. It is what it is. It happens because it has a purpose to serve in your life. And truthfully, a lot of the negative parts that really happen in your life and your business and whatever, it's you. And this And this is a very hard pillow to swallow, right? It's like straight in your ego. No, it's not me. It is my boss. No, it's not me. It's my husband. No, it's not me. It's COVID. Bullshit. It's you. Everything.
Is what you're thinking, is the spirit, it's what's inside of you.
Absolutely. Live from within, not from without. Because when you live from without and everything around you, that's why when I was, oh my God, I wanted to buy a house last year in Spain. And everyone around me was like, no, it's a pandemic. You need to save your money. This is probably not a good idea. Just wait after this and blah, blah, blah. And at one point, I stopped talking about that because everyone was just like, and I stopped listening to anyone. I stopped listening. And you know, Rashida, I actually, a few weeks ago, they announced that in 2020, there was a major jump in the number of millionaires in the world.
I heard that.
So the question is it the economic, or economy, or sorry, English left the building? Is it the economy, or is it you?
Yeah.
Who is it?
Yeah.
And when you say it's me, first of all, it's freaking scary because you're just like, shit. Then it hurts, then you're angry, and then you're like, it's so empowering. It is so empowering and freeing.
You know what I love so much about TIR? What I love so much about it, and what I've put together in order to start helping anyone who's interested, is that when I found out that it's actually 98%
mindset,
your mental,
yeah,
and 2 or 1% strategy. Everybody's out there with the strategy and the but I know what you're saying. Well, with you, I get you. But
remember, we spoke. We're like,
no, but it really is, because you know what happened? It really is, though, because what happened is that when you are in your core, everything that you need and you ask for, your spirit begin to work on it, and it'll bring it to you.
It brings the right people as well.
Yeah, what you do is you help people set up so many things in order for their business to run smoothly online.
Absolutely.
So when you do that, when you help their business to run smoothly online, everything else is up to them to make sure that they're doing it right.
Correct.
Because you've already gotten to the point where you've done the strategy plot for them. But do you know that some people can have all the strategies in the world? Do you know how many strategies we don't put together? Put all the strategies in the world. I see some coaches, they have everything set. Even people that go through my program, everything is set for them. And they still not getting a client. So what does that say? It's about you.
It's about you.
I love how you talked about the guy that you were formerly with, and how, the way he treats himself, is the way he treats his business, is the way he treats the family. But we as human beings, it's so easy for us to always point fingers. We never point the finger back at us.
You should point it like this.
I do it again. Do that finger again.
Not like that.
No. When you do one finger, no, wait. How many fingers do you have in the hand? 5
the
fingers.
others point at you when you point like that.
No, hold on. I'm gonna get to where I'm going. When you point that finger, right? How many fingers you have? You have 5.
Yeah.
You point that finger to someone. The rest 4 is looking right back at you.
Yes, girl. Yes, love it.
So when you're doing this,
you
need to be doing this. But what a lot of people don't understand is that it was good that you were able to go through that process with your client. Yeah. And then have the book and have that and go through that, and then come back to it again and read it again, go through it again, and then your 10x business. And then not only you also allow the people that are working with you, your business partner, and everyone else in your company. You also have them go through the same process, so all of you can be on one accord. You understand? So, because what I want people to know is that you have noticed something about manifestation since you were a child. At the age of 16 now, you came across and saw the movie Secret. Then later on, you now, the universe now have a client who eventually introduces you to this program and says, you know what? Alignment. Why don't you just go? Because there's a lot of people who don't believe in manifestation. Their thing is it's karma. Yeah, it's karma.
Not 100%.
It's not, because they don't believe in it. They don't believe in it. Yeah.
Well, whatever you believe in, that's what it is. I mean, if you believe, whatever you believe is your reality.
It's your reality. But what I wanted to also get to is, if a person they have no idea about how this manifestation thing works. They're doing the manifestation. Okay, they're doing the manifestation. They're getting all these information from YouTube, because I know some people are doing that. They're getting the manifestation from YouTube, the affirmations. They're getting all these things from YouTube. Do you think that's going to do it for them? Because they will tell you, they say, "Oh, I'm doing my manifestation every day. I'm doing my affirmations every day," but you're still in the same place. You may get little drops of deja vus here and there.
No.
Don't get what you just said a few minutes ago.
Well, we go back again to how serious are you about yourself, because even if we're not talking about manifestation, even if we're talking about business, people who are freebie seekers, people who want free advice, free webinars, free videos on Google, on YouTube, they're Googling every single day. It's not working, because when you don't put skin in the game, and that's the sad part, by the way, if you don't put skin in the game, it's not gonna work, because you're like, I need to procrastinate. Sometimes people need to put skin in the game. They need to invest to keep up with that. This is number one. And number two is, when you invest in yourself, something happens in you. It's like a gesture towards you. What I wanted to mention, I was listening to what you were saying in terms of, just to go back with the strategy that is 1% in the mindset. You're absolutely right that the mindset is very important, because I have seen it with my eyes. Same clients, identical products. One is doing very good and the other one is not. And here's the thing, when you get a client, right? I'm going to speak from myself. When I get a client, and that's why I love working with Bob Proctor consultants and being in this field, because people understand mindset as well. Because when you get a client who still works on old programming, they still don't believe in themselves. They're not authentic. They have a bad self-image. They have a problem with money. They have issues with that. They have issues. You give them, we sit like the entire team. We can even feel the energy. I've shared this with Carol, my business partner, multiple times. Oh my God, the energy was so bad. For example, you get a client and they're like, this is not going to work for me. And I'm like, well, you just said it. If you say it, then it's not going to work for you. It's very easy. So you're very right. When we get into business, you need to understand that your energy should be on 100%. I don't know if I'm lagging a little bit. Your energy has to be on 100%, because the business is like an extension of you. So if you are not vibrating on a good level, if you have all these doubts, which God knows when they were born in you and created, when you self-sabotage, this one is major. Self-sabotage. Oh my God, the knowing doing the gap. Why did you do it? I don't know. You know better. I know. Well, why did you do it? I don't know. It's terrible. And we self-sabotage so much. It's heartbreaking. I told Carol yesterday, people see something big that they want, and they feel this thing inside of them like a child. Oh my God, I want it. This is what I deserve. It's beautiful. Yes, that's for me. And then what happens? Fear.
Fear.
I can't do it.
Terrible.
Self-sabotage. No, I'm not gonna look at it. Oh, they're sending me messages to like fulfill my stuff there and like do this. No, no, no. No, I'm gonna back up. No, I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared. You know? And you back up and you're like, no, 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 no. And then boof.
And that's the paradigm.
It's not only a paradigm, it's so many like things in you that, because when people say it's a paradigm, you need to change your paradigm, people need to understand that this is not a quick fix.
It's not. That's what I can't. It's not everybody that's going to be able to change it on their own.
And that's why YouTube doesn't work, because you can't watch one video. And here's the thing, we manifest all the time, so we are all master manifestors. However, the difference is that some manifest what they want and other manifest what they don't want. Here's the thing, you manifest all the time. So when you tell me people don't believe, well, it's like not believing in air, right? It's there, you inhale it every single day. The question is, do you inhale good air or do you inhale bad air? What do you do? Because you do it every single day. So that's what it is. So YouTube videos, and I'm doing it on my own, and you know what this is? It's not a holistic solution. You're treating, for example, you have this terrible rash on your face, you have pimples, and then you treat it with lotions and creams, and then you forget that you need to drink more water, which is inside. And this is water, by the way, it's not vodka, sorry. So people forget it's in the inside. So you can't just like apply a cream and be like, it's going to be fine tomorrow. And it's not.
And if it is fine tomorrow, it'll probably just last a week and you're back.
It will come back. It will come back like a boomerang. It will hit you like a beat from Dr. Dre. That's how it's going to be like.
So let me ask you this. So what type of people do you think need to be a part of what my mentor is doing, Bob Proctor?
I think everyone is a fit. Doesn't matter what you are. Doesn't matter if you have a business. Doesn't matter if we all want to grow, and we all want a better life, right? I haven't heard the person to say, I don't want a better life. Oh, I'm happy to be miserable. I haven't heard that. Everyone. So it's good for people who want to scale their business. It's good for people who want to improve their relationships. It's good for people who want to find their purpose. It's good for people who want to stop experiencing the same vicious cycle, because the cycle, people, come on, it's 2021. I mean, that's why Corona happened. Make it better. I mean, this thing happened for you to wake up and be like, okay, I'm going to the next level. And the people who are not going to the next level, it's going to be very challenging for them. And the next level is really on every single plane of your life. You need to understand. You need to understand it. Your physical body, whether you want to drop, I don't say drop weight, if you want to release weight, if you want to be healthier, oh my God, it's everything. Every single thing. Every single thing. Yeah? Even for kids. Imagine children were studying this. The world would have been.
Well, the future could be a better place. The future could be a better, because I remember Bob saying that, you know, let's say you have a child and the child is failing.
Yeah.
The child is always getting a bad grade in school. Even this program could actually help that child. So when you take it for yourself and you're learning for yourself and you're learning who you are, because that's one thing I love so much about this program. I'm always asking the question, who are you? Who are you? And people think they know, they'll make you think they know who they are. They don't know who they are.
No.
They don't know that they are a spirit being in a physical body. In your physical body, you are limited to what you can do. But in your mind, you're not limited. You can do whatever. You can create whatever you want to create. Yes. And that's why I'm just so ecstatic. Like when I pick up and I start, you know, listening and reading my eyes, like a child who just saw a toy. Like I just, because we read the Bible. The Bible is fantastic, but all of this was taken out of some of the word, the good word, in order for us to know who we really are on a scientific level. That is so powerful. So I'm so excited that when I found out that you were also taking this program, I was like, my God, you so have to come and testify to
Right.
what this did for you. And one thing I love again that you say is that, it's not like you read the book and you just throw it somewhere and you don't remember it's there. Every now and then you come back to it. Why? Because you two also have habits that if you don't stay on track with this thing, the old habits may just creep in.
Well, let's just ask people what will happen if you decide not to exercise and be in bed every single day. What will happen to your body? You'll probably die in 3 years' time and you'll be fat, like, and sick.
Yeah.
What happens when you exercise every single day?
Even if it's just walking. Even if it's just
I've noticed, I had COVID and for 3 months I was out. Like I couldn't exercise. You know me, I'm obsessed with exercising and I love being in the gym and all that. And thanks to the fact that I was so consistent with that, for 3 months my body didn't change at all. And my ex-partner back then, he was like, this is phenomenal. He's like, how is this possible? Like you haven't even, this is unbelievable. Muscles and everything are still there.
Yeah.
Because repetition is key. And Bob says he's reading Think and Grow Rich. He's been reading it for the last 60 years. I was going to say 50 years, like half a decade, but like half a century. But he says, I've been reading this probably longer than you have been living. And I'm like, yes. So if he does it,
I want to
is
say
so
a quote
simple.
from Albert Einstein, if you don't mind. Albert Einstein says, there are only two ways to live your life. Okay, there's only two ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle. The other is as though everything is a miracle. It's not your power. It's not you. It's not your strength. Because a lot of people would hustle.
Yeah.
Working hard. I'm working hard.
Mm.
I'm working so hard, but at the end of the day, you're still getting the same result. Something is wrong somewhere. Do you know why I love Bob so much? Was when he said, when his life changed 60 years ago, he wanted to know why. Why he didn't go to school. The guy didn't go to school, had no form of education, nothing. He was making only $4,000 a year. And because he listened to Earl Nightingale and what Earl Nightingale told him to do. He said he didn't even believe it, but he did it because Earl said do it. He did it. All he wanted was $25,000. Move from $4,000 to $25,000. The man ended up moving from $4,000 to $175,000 in one year. And then the following year, over 1 point something million. He said he wanted to know what happened. Do you know what everybody else did that were seeing those significant, amazing changes in their life? They ran with it. They just kept it within them and their family. Here's my yacht. Here's my house. Here's my. They didn't tell nobody else how they did it. But Bob was like, I want to know how it happened to me so I can show other people and teach other people how it can happen for them. That's why I'm so grateful. And I also want to say thank you so much, Aya, once again, for pouring out your heart, coming on here, telling us about your insides and the outsides, your business, your relationship. And I know that great things are yet to come. You haven't even seen anything yet. You're going to soar so high that It's gonna be crazy.
I'm
Like,
taking you with me.
I'm already. I'm gone, bro. I'm me and you
Yes.
going together.
Let's guess what ours. What's ours? And
Yeah.
we're doing this because the truth is, if we succeed, you succeed as well. And the other way around, if you succeed, we succeed as well. So we want more people to really succeed and get what they want, because it's like we're all one. So if people thrive, we thrive. It's like we're one family, one big
Yeah.
human family.
Most definitely. So Aya would be the person that, if you're doing any type of online business or anything like that, she will be your go-to person. Aya, please send your information. You can can you type it up? Maybe we can get
People
it.
can just find me on Facebook, AYO, or they can go to my amazing Facebook group. It's called Future Business Empire. You can tag me there as well. This is where I hang around all the time.
All the time. So she does that. She is phenomenal at what she does.
you.
And I'm looking forward to her doing more amazing things. And as for me, if you're interested in learning a little bit more about what we're talking about, manifestation, what is it? Self-image, knowing how to really get what you want in life and what you deserve to have in life. I have my link, my Calendly link. It's calendly.com/ask Rashida with an H. Once again, that's calendly.com/ask Rashida with an H. Set up something. Let's talk. I have about 15 minutes. I'll give people. Let's talk. Let me see what is it exactly that you're looking forward to doing and how your life can. Oh God, look at Kathleen. Kathleen, in a year and a half, a person who's making $3,000 a month is now making
Multi-millionaire, yeah?
$1 million. At that time, she was making 300,000 a month. Now she's making $1 million a month. People can't fathom that.
And it comes from within. Like, she's phenomenal. She's absolutely phenomenal.
She says she's doing less work now. She's doing less work, less physical work, more mental work.
Exactly. That is when people ask, what's the difference? What is that? What is that? It's exactly that. And I want to say, everyone who's watching, that it is July and there's only 6 months left of this year. Can you guys believe it's 2021? What happened to all this time? So here's the thing: if you don't make the change today, when are you gonna make it? So all we have is today. Tomorrow might be too late. Okay, tomorrow might be way too late. All you have is today, and you have 6 months, by the way. So we challenge you. I want to see you what's going to happen in 6 months, honestly, and you to be here giving a testimonial.
Thank you so much, Aya. Once again,
my pleasure. Thank you, my sister.
If you're watching right now, we're going to have Katie come up at 10 o'clock. I'm excited to hear her story. Aya, love you.
Love it. Love you, my sister. Thank you. Thank you.
God bless you.
God bless you. Bye.
Bye-bye. Thanks, everybody. That was really good. If you have any questions or maybe something that you're a little bit confused on, just let me know. I'm going to exit out now because we're going to be bringing Katie on. She is another phenomenal person. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.